What is going on, everybody? Shooby Dooby here, back with another video. As you guys may know, Salt Papi and Deji are back on Misfits 007. Their fights just got announced last week. Salt Papi is fighting Anthony Taylor.
Information, Kitty, but here we go. Don't blink, Todd.
And Deji is fighting Swarmz.
Oh, yeah, that'll stop that. That was nice.
And I've seen a lot of people say, especially on Twitter, that these fights are mismatches and that Salt Papi and Deji are going to destroy their opponents. So for today's video, guys, I wanted to look at these two fights a little bit more in depth and let you guys know that these two fights may be closer than you actually think they are. Let's go. Alright, so starting off with the Salt Papi and Anthony Taylor fight. As I said before, I've seen a lot of people on social media saying that this is a complete mismatch and that Salt Papi is going to destroy Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor has no chance. Another easy fight for Salt Papi, where I simply have to disagree. I think this is Salt Papi's hardest opponent yet. You guys got to remember that Salt Papi is a 3-fight novice. His coach even says that. He's only had 3 fights: the Showstar event, Misfits 001 against Andy Worski, and Misfits 004 against Josh Bruckner. Anthony Taylor has 20 combined MMA fights and 9 combined boxing fights. That's a shit ton of experience compared to Salt Papi's 3 boxing fights. I know there's the argument, oh, Salt Papi's been a street fighter his whole life. He's always been around training boxing. But Anthony Taylor's an ex-pro fighter. He's got over like 29 combined combat sports fights. Anthony Taylor is not a pushover, as a lot of these people are saying online. Let's take a look at Anthony Taylor's resume. He's fought Idris Virgo, a 12-0 professional boxer, and Tommy Fury, who's a 9-0 professional boxer. If Idris and Tommy Fury could not knock down Anthony Taylor in their fights with him, then Salt Papi is going to struggle knocking down Anthony Taylor as well. Another thing Anthony Taylor does well is he's a good pressure fighter, and you can argue that Salt Papi has never experienced that before in the ring. No matter what you hit Anthony Taylor with, he's still going to come inside. Pause. He's still going to come at you with his peekaboo style, throwing those big hooks, and he's going to take punches to give punches. That's how Anthony Taylor is. He's a tough, gritty brawler who has a great chin and good heart. You can't knock him for that. He's going to make this fight competitive. AT, however, does have some flaws in his game. He's really susceptible to the uppercut, as both Idris Virgo and Tommy Fury exploited. That's how they beat Anthony Taylor, by keeping him away with the jab and utilizing the uppercut. AT is susceptible to the uppercut because of his style. When he throws his hooks, when he comes into range, he also dives a lot, looking down towards the floor. Obviously, your chin is not protected, and we saw that's how Idris and Tommy took advantage of AT's fighting style. I've seen a couple polls, and 80% of the fan base thinks that Salt Papi will win this fight, and only like 20% of the fan base thinks that AT will win this fight. While I do agree that Salt Papi should be the favorite and is the favorite in my opinion, there's no way this fight is 80-20. In my opinion, this fight is closer to 60-40. I think this will be Papi's toughest opponent yet. I'm really excited for this fight. I'm really excited to see how Salt Papi deals with Anthony Taylor's pressure, Anthony Taylor's style. If Salt Papi manages to knock out Anthony Taylor, he's accomplishing something that Idris Virgo and Tommy Fury couldn't do. That would truly put Salt Papi on another level compared to most of these influencer boxers. Alright guys, for the Deji Swarmz fight, I do think the Anthony Taylor Salt Papi fight will be way more competitive than the Swarmz Deji fight, but I need you guys to know that Swarmz is not a pushover. Yeah, there's all these memes of him about fighting KSI, the spinning around, but you guys have to realize that was 2 weeks training. As we saw with Swarmz fight against Ryan Taylor, he got in tremendous shape. His weight loss journey is incredible for the 6-month time frame he accomplished it in. You could tell that Swarmz is taking boxing seriously, he's taking training seriously, and with that, naturally, he's going to improve. We didn't get to see much really against Ryan Taylor, as we all know. The Madman, the One-Punch Man, jabbed Ryan Taylor, and Ryan Taylor injured his eye. So that being said, the unknown about Swarmz, Deji should take this fight as serious as he's fighting Jake Paul. Swarmz could easily come out here and showcase new skills that we don't know about. Listen, I love Deji. I'm a huge Deji fan. I've been watching Deji since like 2012. As we know, in his previous boxing matches, sometimes he does not take it as serious as he should be. For example, the Vinny Hacker fight, the Jake Paul fight. As we all know, he's with Daly and he's in the same training camp as Kenny. And I know those guys put in serious work. I think they work really hard and they push their fighters. We got to remember that Deji is 1-3 and he's coming off a W against Fuzi. I love Yusuf, he's a great guy, but I think he would even say that, boxing isn't for him. I think Deji should win this fight. If he keeps his cardio right, he could defeat Swarmz and stop Swarmz. But then again, if Deji doesn't take it as serious as he should, Swarmz is training his ass off. We don't know what we're going to get from Swarmz. You never know. This fight could be a lot closer than people think. I don't think Deji's going to go out there and stop Swarmz in the first round. I think this fight will drag into the later rounds and be a lot more competitive than people initially think. So that's going to do it, guys, for my initial thoughts and my initial reactions to Salt Papi versus Anthony Taylor and Deji versus Swarmz. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with me in the comments, how you think each fight is going to end up going. I didn't include my predictions for these fights yet. I'm going to give my official predictions in a later video closer to Misfits 007 when the full fight card is announced. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this, drop a like down below, subscribe for more YouTube boxing content, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care.
It rains, panties from heaven.